We have no lack of projects. Welcome to TNT Homesteading. Join us as we continue to expand our off-grid life here on our 10 acres in eastern Oklahoma. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So it is February 1st, and I thought I'd sort of give you a little recap of what's been going on around here in January. I didn't do a whole lot of videos, a few shorts, but not a whole lot of full-on videos this month. The biggest, thing, which I did make a video for, was the TV antenna, and that's working really well. So we're actually liking that. I just have to make sure I don't spend all day watching TV when I really need to be outside doing work. The month has been rough though. My bride has been, she was sick quite a bit this month, and with some headaches and some back pain, and so we had some doctor's appointments and hospital visits, and she's doing much better now, but that took time. Everything takes time. A couple other things we did around here. We started working on getting the IBC totes situated. We're going to put 2 over here, and at one point we were going to go ahead and put all 3, but my bride had a really good idea, so we're going to do that. I was able to get one pretty much up and level. We'll still need to get guttering, but I was trying to get the IBC totes sort of in place, make sure it's working right where we want it. That way all the guttering and all the extra stuff with the water catchment, I know where it's going to go. So I still got to move that one over here, get it raised up. With the slant, I'm hoping we'll be able to get where I need to be for all the piping. Over here, you can see the other IBC tote. On this tote, we want it to where we can get a bucket under it, but my wife did point out to me that I should be able to drop those, so I might be able to get one of those half bricks and stick underneath here, and it'll still work, because what we're wanting is the water's going to come off the end of that, and then we'll run it down here, but it needs to be able to go downhill and drop into that. So hopefully I can replace those top bricks and put something a little shorter, but still be able to get a 5-gallon bucket underneath it, because this is a lot closer to the garden space than the one behind the shower shack is. And so we'd really like to get this set up, and then once it's set up, we can put a couple, 1 or 2 more over here as well as we find them. I've also been working on gathering material for the water catchment system as well. We got 2 first flush pipes. I still need to get the downspout piece itself if I want more, which I will, and a leaf eater to get rid of debris and stuff like that before it goes into that. I've got 2 of these, one for each water catchment that we're planning to put in hopefully pretty soon. Really want to get those taken care of before the rainy season gets here. Though as muddy as everything is right now, it feels like the rainy season's already upon us. The snow melt causes a mess, and then we had another inch of rain just the other day. Part of the guttering though is we want to gutter this side of the building, and because of the cover getting in and out of the porch, we're going to add above my head here some metal to come out so we can walk out and not have water drip on our heads. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of room here for guttering to hang without bumping my head into it all the time. So we really want to be able to do something there. I'd like to gutter it and then let it come in. So as the metal comes off the roof, I'd like to gutter it, bring it back over, and drop into the gutter that would go along the building and around to the IBC totes. That's an idea over here. But the roof needs to be in place before we do anything on this side, really. So I'm working on finding this exact metal, and so we can have it match. And while we're doing that, that building's going to need to be re-roofed, so I'm hoping to just buy enough metal to do that building as well with the exact same metal. With the metal roof over there, we'll be able to go ahead and gutter that, but that'll be a project later in the year. One other thing we did in January, which I didn't mess with getting a video on, is my weather station. It quit reporting. But I've replaced this one with that one right there. So we put this one over here, raised it off the ground. There's less things in the way, and so far so good on that. I'm really liking it. It reports more than the other one did. It does have a lightning detector in it. Not that I really particularly care, because, you know, I don't care. But it's cool. And it does have the solar panel over there, so I don't have to get up there and change batteries out for it. The garden space is pretty much a big mess. Need to finish harvesting the carrots. We let those overwinter in the ground, assuming they didn't rot or freeze to death. Same thing with the turnips. They may be gone. They just sort of got forgot about over here. The garlic is actually doing really well. And then we had this greenhouse cover over some spinach and over some lettuce. Spinach has made it. They don't look the best, but as we get to longer days, especially once I clean that out some more, it'll do pretty good. And you can tell that the lettuce just went to mush. But before we know it, it's going to be time to get started in here. So really looking forward to that. New projects up and coming. We're getting ready to start working on some trellises for the elderberries. You can actually see, this actually makes me excited. It's the first time I've looked at it. Elderberry we planted late in the year, and it is starting to come up, and that makes me really happy. But we'll be putting around some trellising, fencing here on this one, doing the same thing on the blackberries. The blackberries, we just put these little fences up because just to help keep them off the ground, and I want to do something better here. Same thing with our elderberries over here. You can see there's some new leaves showing up on last year's that we planted in the spring, and there's some leaves down here you can barely see on the one we planted late in the year. I wasn't sure how well this one's doing, but it looks like it's going to take off really well. But we'll redo this one. And this one here, it's got some leaves, so it's doing well. So that is sort of what we've been doing in January, and a couple plans for February. We do need to start looking at, you know, the garden will be coming up soon. I need to start working on all the hickory over that we took down that tree between where the porch is at. I need to get that cleared out so we can start chopping and splitting woods from the tornado damage, since I've got all this free firewood now just sitting in the woods. So that and the cover for the porch and screening it in and all that kind of stuff. So we have no lack of projects. In fact, right now my wife is currently working on some fencing for the strawberries. We put something up last year to keep the chickens out, and it did, but it made it real hard for us to get into the strawberries. And so anyway, she's out here working on that, and she's transplanting, it looks like. But we love strawberries. I'm actually, by the looks of things, our strawberry patch is doing pretty good, and we'll hopefully be able to have a nice strawberry harvest this year. And we did interplant asparagus with strawberries. I've seen where that actually works really well, and we plan to add more asparagus to this plot this year. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.